Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Have a Bean. Today we're talking about college expectations. Greg will go ahead and introduce herself first.
So I'm starting university this September and I just graduated from high school.
Oh my God, no way.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, on to James.
I'm about to go into my final year of college
Oh my God.
this September. So I've finished 2 years of college already.
Where do you go to school, James?
I'm in the UK. I've studied in the UK.
That's so cool. Okay, I'm Donna and I am a rising second year in studying college in the US.
We should start asking Greg questions
Yeah.
about, your college expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about for college?
Most excited about
Like what's something you're looking forward to the most? Like, is it freedom, social life, or, like going to a new country?
I think it's like seeing all of like the different things in university, like the different opportunities you have, and also like learning stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about.
Do you have any expectations? Like, do you think when you go there, there's something that it's the first thing you want to do?
I think okay, I have like no expectations because if you don't have any expectations, you won't get disappointed. But like, okay, like there are some things that I do want to do there, like join some clubs and also like not fail my classes. Like engineering related ones. So like, there's this like one where you like build like a molder like race car.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, and our school is like supposed to be like really high ranked for that one. And like
Mhm.
they have like a competition every year, and there's like 100 scores or something. And
Yeah,
my
I
school's
think
like
my friend's in it
pretty high ranked
actually.
for that.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So I want to join that, but I don't know if I can, like my freshman year. But there are also other ones, like other like aerospace related ones.
That's very cool.
Greg's, you're looking to work in the F1 team soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you get into an F1 team, you should get me a media pass,
Yeah.
a
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
VVIP.
get James a media pass and get me like an autograph with Lando Norris or something.
I don't know. You'll be the one that's driving the car.
Oh. I don't have good enough eyesight for that.
Do you think you'll make friends like quickly, or do you think that's gonna be a struggle for you?
Okay, so my experience with like my social situations is like every single time I go into a situation, I feel like I'm not gonna make any friends, but then somehow I make friends like relatively quickly, which is like really strange, but also like that's what I'm hoping will happen. Like I kind of just like have to talk to more people, you know? Like because like absolutely no one knows you there, so I can like
Yeah,
shape
yeah,
my personality however I want.
This is fair.
yeah. That's true.
Isn't that kind of insane? Like you can just rebuild yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a new chapter, and you're no one again. Like, no one knows you. You don't know anyone. You can be whoever, whatever you want yourself, to be.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I think it's just like to get out of that comfort zone. So like hopefully I find like a group of people that actually stick rather than just like floating around in like different groups. That's like a real worry of mine because I don't really like floating around in different groups.
I feel like though, um, in college it's kind of helpful to have like different groups of people and like
Okay, like
not
yeah,
only
yeah.
have
No, like the
one group
one
of
I
people you
mean.
stick around with.
Yeah, like what I mean is like, like in high school where like there are like different niches, like cliques. And then so like you're not like really in any of them, but like you're kind of like part of every single one of them.
Hmm.
Like I just hope that doesn't happen. Like you feel like you're in multiple groups, but you also feel like you belong in there.
This is fair. Yeah.
Do you feel nervous, when meeting new friends or people, or are you okay with it?
I'm really nervous because I'm very socially anxious. but like there have been times where I I go to like some kind of event where I don't know people, and suddenly like for some reason I'm just super super like extroverted.
Extroverted.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
weird. Like suddenly, like I don't know if it's because I'm just like really energetic that day or if it's because I'm just like I don't know anyone there. But I've been in some situations where like I make a ton of friends just because I'm suddenly really, really extroverted. So hopefully that
Mhm.
will happen, but it's like kind of unpredictable.
That's crazy. You're like alternate
Yeah.
personality.
No, literally.
are you excited about, being there by yourself, like leaving your parents, or do you not like it? Because I know some people, they're looking forward to being independent, living there by themselves. But then I know there are other people who wants to be with their parents, and like, which side are
Um,
you on?
I'm kind of like I'm fine with like leaving because in year 13, like I was kind of like alone, like living alone for a few months anyway. So like I feel fine about it. Also because like they're just going to be like 2 states away. So it's not like too far, you know? Like I can still go back if I have
Yeah, yeah.
time.
Okay. Question for you: do you want your parents living in the same city as you, or no, or not?
Alright, personally I wouldn't want to. Like I think I think it's because like I'll feel like I have the obligation to like check up and like visit even when I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
time. And it's like,
yeah, yeah,
sure, they might not expect me to do that, but I'll still feel like I have the obligation to do it. So I
yeah,
would rather like if I visit like when I have time and not have the obligation to. Or like have the obligation but like not that frequently.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully they don't hear this one.
Wait, Donna, how do you feel about that?
About parents living in the same city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want like the same city as you, or no?
I feel like same city is a like probably not, but like adjacent cities, you know. So like we have our own separate lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I just feel like close enough so that like you can actually visit, but like far enough
Yeah,
so that like your lives are still apart.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Especially since like we spend less and less time with our parents as we grow up. So
yeah, yeah. It's because there's like I don't know if you've seen, there's like videos that explains like first few years of your life, how much time you spend with your parents, like as a
I know
baby it's like
exactly what you're talking about.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and then you get to high school, maybe it's 80%, in college, and then it gets less and less, especially when you
yeah,
go out to work and when you have your own family and they grow old, and then you have your own life, you have your own kids or whatever, your own, work and stuff. And then yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like also healthy to have like a certain amount of distance. So like honestly, I feel like 2 states will be fine.
Yeah, I feel like because in the same city, it's like just like, for example, dinner or whatever. But like if we're living in the same city, if I don't go and have dinner with you, I would feel bad because
Yeah, exactly,
like
because you feel
living
the
in the same place.
obligation to.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But then sometimes I just want to be by myself, or with my friends, or So yeah, I guess same city is probably too close to each other.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions that you're for college, like like something that you really want to know the answer to, or I guess like something you're really curious about but you're not sure.
Okay, so like what do you guys think is like the most like optimal schedule, like classes wise? Like when you're like choosing classes and stuff.
James, you go first.
I feel like people might think I'll have this 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. class so I can get the class over with and have the rest of the day to myself. But I think if you choose classes that starts before 10 or 11 in the morning, you're just not gonna go to that class eventually. Maybe the first 2 weeks you might go, but then you'll slowly like, skip that class because it's too early. But then,
Yeah.
people always think that, I'll have an 8 a.m. class, so I can just get it over with, and then I have the rest of the day to myself. I can do whatever. But you're just not gonna be able to get up for that class. Like, I don't know why. Like in high school, we wake up, 6 or 7 every day. And then, but then in college, it doesn't work. It's not working. Like it's hard for me to get up, at 7 to go on 8 a.m. class.
This is fair.
Yeah, but then also I feel like don't choose classes that are like after each other, like, next to each other, like from 1 p.m. to like 4 p.m. because it's gonna be too much. And maybe last class you'll just go skip it because there's no break in between. Like no breaks in between, and
Okay, so like, what do you think is like a reasonable break time?
If two classes were like back to back, then how much buffer time do you get in between them?
I think 10 minutes, yeah.
I see. Same. It's very interesting. Wait, I have like the complete opposite. Okay, so your first point for like morning classes. Personally for me, I had 9 a.m.s my first semester, and like I can't do that now, but I used to be able to. I feel like 9 a.m. Did I say 9 p.m. or 9 a.m.? I forgot. But 9 a.m. is like a good time to start your day, and I like having my day early, like finishing all my classes early, just so, but like also because I really wanted to get into a lab, so I wanted to have like big chunks of time in my schedule in case that happens. So I guess that's like different for us. Um, but yeah, that's how I felt. But yeah, I agree with the 8 a.m. part. Like, just don't do that to yourself. Um, and what was your second point? Oh, back to back classes. I actually love back to back classes because like it keeps me accountable to like be on campus and actually go to class. Because I'll be like, okay, I'm on campus already and I finished chem. I might as well go to bio. Like because like if I have like an hour gap in between, I'm just gonna be walking around and be like, what am I supposed to do now? Or like oh, I'm hungry. Maybe I should get food. Oh, I missed my class time. I'll just like leave.
But I feel like 2 classes like back to back is okay, but if you have 3 back to back classes, then it gets too much.
Oh, I agree. And it also like just like tires you out a lot. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. Yeah. I agree with that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I had an additional point. Oh yeah. During your first semester, especially like freshman year, like your first year, you should be prioritizing like getting to know people instead of actually having like a really, really packed academic schedule. Cause like first of
Wait,
all,
what would like packed look like?
like say your advisor is like, oh, a typical year, you would have like 16 units, say. Maybe get like 14, just like lighten the load a little bit because one, you're getting accustomed to living in a completely different place and like
Like
completely different
16
environment.
units in a year?
Sorry, semester.
Oh, ours says like it's like 12 to 15 recommended credits a quarter because ours is quarter
Oh,
system.
oh, that makes sense. But just like yeah, I mean just like lighten the load a little bit because then you can spend more time talking with people and like actually having memorable experiences and like making friends that you'll talk to for the entire years of college as opposed to like being in the library all day, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to say because if first year, as everyone's new there, so everyone kind of doesn't have friends. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
it's like the time to make friends, because if you don't, and then you go into your second year or whatever, people would have their own groups of friends
Yeah, exactly.
already. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be harder for you to join them because they already have like a group of friends, and then as opposed to everyone being new and just trying to find you know new friends.
Yeah. And also on that note, like don't be afraid to jump around friend groups. like especially your first
Like
year,
try,
because like
right? Like don't
yeah,
like
because
force
everybody's
yourself to
gonna
want
do
to
that.
improve. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I just like I kind of hate that process.
yeah, I know, but like it's gonna be way better as a wait, you
Like
go.
yeah, yeah.
Better because you'd have, you'd find the right fit, but if you just join one, you'd never know if there's a.
So like what do you think you should like look for when you're choosing classes with like different professors?
I mean, it's kind of hard to choose because you've never been into their class before, but I feel like, maybe from the pictures and their introduction or whatever, try choosing someone who you think you'll kind of vibe with, if that makes sense. Because like if some people they like, boring professors, some, like professors who are very active and, energetic. So you have to choose, like the professor that looks someone you'll want to listen to, because there's no point going to a class where, the professor sits there and talk for like, an hour straight, doesn't do anything else, and just, it's gonna be very boring, and it's just not, for some people it's not how they want their classes to be. But then, other people prefer, a professor that just talks, doesn't ask questions, just reads everything off the PowerPoint, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, okay. Donna, what do you like when you use Rate My Professor, what do you look for?
Well, obviously a high rating.
Oh,
Um,
what counts as a high rating?
like it's out of 5, I think. So if it's
Yeah, it is.
like low key like 3 or 4, then I'm satisfied. But it's also like you have to compare the professor to other professors' relatives. So like if there's a 3 and a 2, then obviously going with the 3, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but
Like, do you
yeah,
also look for like do they give extra credit? Like, are they harsh with like exams and stuff?
yeah, those are pretty
Like
standard to
what do
look
you
for,
think
I feel
is
like.
what do you think is like the most important ones?
Like
Or like
in
the
a good
most like
professor.
relevant ones? Yeah, yeah.
Um, I feel
That
like
like you would choose.
um a person that gives a very clear criteria of how they're grading, and like a lot of people will like comment on the personality and character of a professor, which is like I think pretty important when you're going to be in a room with them for like 4 hours a week, you know. So like yeah, as James said, like if you vibe with the person or not, and also like especially in university, a lot of professors are here. Like their first priority is to do research, and then second is to teach. Yeah. So um yeah, like you can be both a good professor and a good researcher, but it's like usually they're a good researcher and they don't know how to teach. So like really just like look for a good person.
Like I was looking, right? And I saw this professor who's like a really good person, but she just like doesn't really know how to teach. But then like her exams are like basically the practice exams, but like with the numbers switched out.
Okay, that's perfect then. Take the class.
But then there's like another professor who's like he has like a 5-star rating for some reason.
Okay.
Okay, so like the first professor, she gives a lot of extra credits. So like you get extra credits if you have like good attendance or something. And the second professor, he's just like, okay, they're like both like good people that you would like vibe with, but the second one is like really good at teaching. But like the exams also like aren't too hard. But then like the first professor has like a rating of like 3.3, I think.
Wait,
Even
like
though
I
like
feel
when
like
you
there's
look at
other things that affect the score that drastically. Like, did you see anything else?
no, I didn't. It's like all pretty. Wait, I can
I
look
mean,
right now.
I would go with the class that has that like outputs the highest grade personally because I want good grades.
So like
But
the easier one.
Yeah, but it's also like it doesn't really matter if they're both good professors. It's
I
just
feel
like
like one's like
choose what
really
works
good at
best.
teaching, one doesn't know how to teach. Like
Oh, I
that's why
see.
she has like a lower rating. Like she's a good person, but she just like she doesn't know what the students don't know, and she doesn't know how to like actually teach. But she's like willing to like help you out if you go to like office hours, and she stays after like after lectures and stuff.
Well, I feel like both are pretty good options. Then
Yeah, I think like
it
the only reason
doesn't
why she has like
matter that
a
much.
lower rating is because she's not good at teaching.
Yeah.
I'd choose the first one. It's because I feel like college is like 70-80% just self-learning.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't teach it doesn't, it's just how it usually is anyways. But then at least she's willing to stay after lectures, and you can just uh, uh go, like she sounds like she's happy to help you after.
Agreed. And also, like, the fact that it's Calc 1 and you know everything in the material already. So, like, you're not really there to learn, you're just there to get a good grade.
Wait, James, basically like you know how like our A level exams like you can transfer them into this, right? Yeah, for Donna, she doesn't have to take Calc 1 because her like A level maths can transfer to those credits, so she can directly take Calc 2. I have to take Calc 1 even after taking further maths.
Why?
Because like I don't know, for our school they don't offer any credit transfers for like A level maths.
They want international students' money, that's it.
I'm
It's
I
that's
don't know. I'm
easy.
like okay, but like for my chemistry, apparently like my A level chemistry fulfills all of the chemistry requirements for like mechanical engineering, which is like literally all of
Yo.
them for all 4 years. Because I apparently only have to take like two chemistry classes.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh, actually, it's the same here. It's the same here.
it's like two general chemistry classes.
Yeah, it's the same here. I
Yeah,
guess it makes
and it
sense because you don't
fulfills
really need it.
all of it. And like
Damn.
yeah. So like but then like for physics it doesn't fulfill it. So like literally out of all of my classes only chemistry fulfills it. It's not fun. I'll have to like take chemistry and no, sorry, take math and physics all over again, even though I literally learned it.
Like on the bright side, you've taken it, so you'd have more free time
Yeah,
to
exactly.
do,
Yeah,
because you
true.
don't have to spend your time learning. And I think um college, I feel like the things that you do outside of academics is kind of more important than academics itself, because there are just things that like academics you can learn them like anytime, whenever, but then there are just things that you'll only be able to do it when you're in college. Because no, because you're not wasting your time. You just have more time to do other things like join more
Yes.
clubs, or
Yes, yes,
or
yes.
you know, which is better than spending your time studying more. Because like I feel like college, like now is like it's like the time for you to just take this as an example, like traveling. College is a time when you can just travel whenever, because imagine after you graduate you have to work. You're not gonna have as much freedom and time
I'm actually
to
so
just
upset about
travel when
that.
you want to, right?
Like, what do you
And
mean
then
we have to work?
imagine, so you work,
You're
and
so
then
excited about that?
No, I said I'm so upset about that.
Oh, upset about that. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because if you start working, then you're just gonna work until you retire, or whatever, and you won't have that same freedom as you would in college. And then when you retire or whatever, like generally speaking, you'd be you're not gonna be
Like
as young
60
as you
years
are now.
old.
So
Yeah.
right, yeah, just, and then
Wait, that's true because
like
everyone says like
first.
when you're in your 20s, you have like the most energy.
Yeah, so it's this thing that it's, if you're when you start working, eventually, if you have a family or wherever, you have responsibilities. You can't just go out if you want to, when you have a kid or whatever, because you have to be there, take care of them. And then if you think, oh, I'll just travel when I'm older, when I retire, when my kids are in college or whatever, you'd be, in your 40s, 50s, 60s, which I mean, it's not old, but then you're not gonna have the same energy as you do when you're in your 20s. Like, like if I see, the Eiffel Tower right now, I'm gonna be so excited, but I don't think I'll be as excited as I am now if I'm in my 60s. No, it's just a tower, like,
Wait, that's
and then
very true.
like the energy is different, the vibe is different, like right now in 20s you can just go get drunk, dance in the street of Paris or whatever, but in your 60s you're not gonna do that, like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like there are just
Yeah.
things like the older you get, I feel like the less exciting you get about life, you know because and the energy, like you can walk like 50,000 steps when you're in 20s, but in your 60s, I don't think you're gonna be able to do half that much, So you're gonna rest, it's like it's different, seeing things and experiencing things when you're younger, it's different. So it's kind of, people always say, oh, you should, spend your like 20s working, 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 and then play and travel, when you get old. I mean, it
Wait,
depends. I mean,
yes. Like
it's
so
kind
many
of
people
true,
think that.
right? Yeah, it's kind of true. But then if you think about it, when I'm in my 60s, I can't just climb Mount Everest, but in my 20s, I can. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there are
yeah,
just
wait.
certain things that you just have to do when you're young.
There's this person in my year, who's doing bio, and he's like, yeah, I don't really want to do bio. I'm just doing it because like you'll get a lot of money, and so when I retire like really early, I can go have fun. And we were like, yeah, but like you'll spend like half of your life doing something you don't even like doing.
I mean, academics obviously it's important. It's probably like the biggest reason why we're going to college. But then it's also like, on the other hand, it's not the most important thing in college, because academics you can do that anytime. But then the experiences you have, like the friends you meet or whatever, it's just that's like the best time to do it.
Yeah. I guess like going to like a new country and like a new school, you have to like also like a new system, right? Like you have to take time to actually get used to
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So it'll be like a buffer period. I guess it's like better to like take easier classes rather than like having to
yeah.
like struggle with your classes immediately going in.
I don't think grades are important. Like, I'm a strong believer in, grades aren't important, but then I know for many people it's the most important thing. Like, I have to get 100, I have to get A star, I have to get A plus, it's like that's like the goal. But then, like, is it really worth getting an A star when you have to like study until 3 a.m. for like half the year, or like for a few months every day, 3 a.m. study until 3 a.m. I'd rather have a life where I get C's, but then I'm really enjoying my life. I get to travel around the world, meet new friends.
Well, I mean, it's also if you want to go into a career that requires graduate school, you have no choice but to get a good GPA, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Like for me, I know that like some like internships or like opportunities will look at your GPA because it's like the minimum requirement, like right? Like you have to be good at what you do. Like if you like fail every single class, then of course they're not gonna take you. So I think it's like it's important to have like the right balance of like not striving to be perfect for everything, but also maintaining like a good enough grade so that you actually have the opportunities.
Donna, if you could give, I guess, just what are your college advices? Like, give me three advices.
Oh,
Like
that's a
most
lot.
important
College advices.
after experiencing freshman year, your top three college advice.
First, always wash your clothes in cold water. Like, there's no reason for you to wash them in hot water. Like, it uses up more energy bills, and also, like, it leaches the dyes from your clothes so that it fades quicker, and also it shrinks your clothes. So when you wash your clothes, always wash it with cold water and dry it on like cooler air as opposed to like hot air, because I lost 3 pairs of pants because of that. So, second, I would say, if given a chance, choose the worst residence hall, because the trauma and the bonding experiences give you a better time in college with people as opposed to just being in your room all day. But yeah. Third, call your parents and your sister.
Basically, like keep in contact with the people you already know.
Yeah. What about you, James?
I don't think this is not necessarily ranked from like the most important one, but like I think time management is really important. You know, don't start the habit of I'll do it later, because things are
Yeah,
gonna pile up,
agreed.
and then you're gonna reach a point where it's just too much and you don't even know what to do. And then time management as well, because I would think like in college, you know, it's like, oh, if the deadline is tomorrow, I'll just do it tonight, like, you know. But then I guess this has a lot to do with your work ethic, but personally, I preferred finishing my deadlines like a week or 2 weeks before,
Wait, no way.
rather than rather than rushing it, because um if I finish it early, like that thing is off my head, and I can do whatever I want, like really. But then if I have a deadline that I know I have to do a report or an essay I have to submit, then like whatever I do, I have to like, oh, I still have like 7 more days before my deadline, 6 more days, 5 more days, and I just couldn't like truly enjoy whatever I'm doing. And then by the time like, oh, I have to submit my report in like 6 hours, and I have to I have to rush everything, I have to do everything, and like it's just like, why would you put yourself in that situation where but, like if you're gonna be doing it anyway, might as well like just get it done with it, and then you don't have to worry about anything. I just don't like to rush, like I don't like having to rush an essay because, oh, I didn't do it now. I have like 5 hours left and I have to just finish it, and then it's gonna be so stressful, and then I'm not like for 5 hours straight. I just have to do that. But then what I usually do is, if I'm writing a essay, let's say it's like 1,000 words, and I'll do like 200 words every day, and then like after 5 days I'd finish that 100 words, and then like the weekends I can just uh check if everything's good, and then submit it.
That's a good schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Start your college like the right way, because it's not like you can avoid it if you don't do it. If you're gonna have to do it eventually, might as well like do it in advance, and you don't have to finish it in a day. You can like take a week, do like do a bit every day, and after a week you'll be able to finish it, and it's better than having to do everything in like 5 hours, and it's gonna be like the most stressful 5 hours of your life. So
Yeah.
and then I feel like college, you should travel more. I mean, obviously, not everyone's gonna have the luxury of being able to travel whenever they want to, but then like if you do get the chance, and if you can, just go someplace. You don't even have to go to another country. Just travel to a different cities, or a different state, and just travel, with your friends or by yourself. Just check things out, because um, I feel like traveling, you'd learn a lot more than you would in school. There are just things that school or college that they just don't teach you, and you'd never like you won't even know that thing exists, or unless you go there. Whether it's culture or food, or the people there, like you're just not gonna know, oh, that's how it is, not until you've been there. And those are like just certain life skills that like it's gonna help you a lot, like just being able to travel more, go to more places. It'll change like you as a person, the way you think, and so many things in your life, your perspective, and I think it's really important.
What's your favorite example of what you didn't even like knew existed until you traveled?
I feel like it's not like a specific thing, but just like in when you've been to a lot of places, you'll realize that the world is such a big place. let's say something very small is gonna make you feel very bad because it's like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, why is this happening to me or whatever? But then, if you've traveled enough, you'll realize like the world is so big. Like, no one gives a shit about like who cares if I have a if I if I failed my exam, or who cares if I have a bad breakup or whatever, because like the world is so big, like who cares. But then if you've been in the same place for like
Yeah.
a long time, you're gonna think everything's about me, or like, oh, what am I gonna do. It's hard. I don't think there's like a specific thing, but just like your perspective, like how you see things in life, it's gonna change. It's hard to say like
Yeah.
what specifically, but you'll just like, there are just things that you'll realize that, oh, it's actually not as you know as whatever as I thought it is, or it was.
Like you just realize that like a lot of things are actually like pretty insignificant.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to travel with James now.
Yeah, we should. We should go make that Europe trip happen
Yes.
During Thanksgiving.
with yeah, and Greg's birthday.
Yeah, Greg. Good old Greg. Come along, Greg.
Good old guy.
We should do it because you're not gonna be that age again. Like after like that's just gonna happen once in your life. Father's advice, yeah. Yeah, I agree with Donna. Just call your parents more because they're getting older, you know. So, and you're getting busier. So just call them when you have the time. Talk with them for a few, keep in touch. Send them pictures. Send them your lunch. Your meal, like what you had for lunch or dinner. It's gonna make such a big difference in their day that like. But then for you, it's just as simple as, oh, I just sent a picture. But for them, it might not. It's not just a picture. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your advice for us?
My advice?
Yes.
My advice for you guys for college?
Yeah.
I think just like I feel like you can like it's like a time where you can actually just like try anything, and it's like
Yeah. Exactly. And it's okay to make whatever mistakes because who cares, right?
Yeah.
and, like try not to have any regrets.
Wait, I have
Because
another
like yeah.
one. When you go to college, you're gonna try to like do everything right so people don't think you're stupid. But like actually people are gonna think you're stupid regardless because you're a freshman and you don't know anything and you think you know a lot of things, but you actually know like 0% of anything. So like just try to be the stupidest person in every room and then you'll just gain so much more information and like experience.
Like pretend to be stupid or just
No,
like be
like
normal. Like don't
Not
try to act
pretend, just
smart.
like be normal, but
yeah.
know that you're probably like one of the most inexperienced people in the room and like be okay with that.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Just like accept your inexperience.
Yeah.
Like don't treat it as like a bad thing.
Yeah. And like actually kind of cherish it because like this is the only time in your college career that you're kind of like allowed to be stupid.
I'm looking forward to being stupid.
Well, I'm so sad I can't be stupid next year anymore.
I mean, I feel like it's okay. Like you can just be stupid even when you graduate because life is too short for you to like
Be smart.
trying to perfect everything. Just trying to
Yeah,
perfect
fair.
everything. Do you know Glenn Powell?
The actor, yeah.
His like graduation speech, like he says like no good stories happen from things going right. So, and I feel like life is all about those memorable things, those memories. Like if you live a very ordinary, perfect life, like when you're old, like what stories are you gonna tell? Like nothing.
Wait,
My
oh
life
my
was just
gosh. Wait,
right. My
okay.
my life was just it was normal. Like nothing happened. But then if you do a lot of like stupid things, then you'd have like a lot of good stories to tell, and that's what life should be about.
Wait, do you guys know AJR?
Did he make music?
Yeah, like the James, do you know AJR? They're like the people that made Bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum, bum, bum,
Oh yeah,
bum,
I think
bum.
yeah, okay. So like they're like widely hated, right? Like across the internet. So like personally, I like them.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with I don't know why people hate them so much. Okay, I don't listen to them like religiously, but like
Yeah, that
I
would be kind of
listen to
concerning.
them. Yeah, I don't. I'm a big 21 Pilots fan. They're like my favorite band. But like AJR, their music, like especially their most recent album, Maybe Man, it's not like bad music. Like I feel like some people are just hating them for like the sake of hating them. Anyway, that wasn't what I was gonna say. What I wanted to say was they have this song called 100 Bad Days. And like, yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but like basically like one of the lyrics is like 100 bad days makes 100 great stories. Which is like
Mm.
it's like a very like I feel like we should all remember that. Like things don't have to be perfect because I like I feel like everyone's been through like a really bad situation, like a really embarrassing situation. But like now like I just look back on it and I just like tell it to everyone because it's like the most hilarious thing ever. Even though like when I was in that situation, like I was probably like dying inside.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's what I think life should be about. Like, don't live a perfect life because that's just fucking boring.
Yeah, I think just like embrace like all of the embarrassing moments. Like even if it like feels really bad, it's really funny. Like
Yeah, like embrace the imperfection.
yeah, I'm glad I was in those situations because I genuinely find them so funny. Wait, oh my gosh, wait, oh MGMT. How did I forget their name? I'm gonna get hated for like forgetting their name. But they basically have like on their Spotify bio, it's okay, in their Spotify bio, it says, "Who am I to tell you how to feel about something as subjective as music? Go ahead, like what you like and hate what you hate." And it's like,
Mm.
yeah, like just like music is so subjective. Like there's no point in hating something and just being like everyone who listens to it is trash because music is subjective. Like there's no point in hating it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, but the next sentence is except with MGMT. If you don't love MGMT, you're objectively wrong,
Oh, well.
which is really funny. But yeah, that's to anyone who like hates AJR. Like, yeah, just hate AJR. I don't really care because I like. Wait, okay. Another thing I think, like, I feel like when you do go to college, I feel like one thing to remember is to stay true to like who you are and not try to change just because you want to fit in somewhere.
Speaking of that, like that was something I wanted to say, but I forgot. That's I think that's really important. Like, stay true to your principles. Don't change who you are. You know, don't do things that's not you just because everyone is doing it, or you don't look cool because you're not doing it. A very good friend of ours, James, the other James. I like when I graduated, I asked him to like write on my yearbook, and he basically said that like you have to stay true to your principles, stay true to like who you are, like stick to your principles, like life principles, like if that's something that you don't do, then don't do it. Don't change because people your environment needs you or wants you to change.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're not like a party person, then like try not to get pressured and like peer pressured into
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
parties. Yeah, also like I feel like when you first go, you'll feel like you don't fit in anywhere, and that's when you're actually going to like want to do the things that you wouldn't really want to do. But I feel like you just have to remember that like eventually you will find people who like you actually like enjoy being with and you have like the same interest. Like just like don't rush it, you know, like you have to be patient about it.
yeah,
Agreed.
But, like I guess like that applies to like every like that applies like not just
yeah,
to
yeah.
college.
Just like life in general.
Yeah, yeah. I think like we're all not like really big drinkers, like us three.
Yeah,
But like college has like such a big drinking culture associated with it.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just like don't rush it and don't try to like forcefully fit in anywhere. Donna, do you have anything to say?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Because people are not going to come to you and be like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this.
Wait, that's so true.
Yeah, nobody's going to give a shit about what you're doing. So you gotta, like, take charge of your own.
Also, I feel like the asking for help thing is like yeah, like if you like don't know how to do stuff, just go ask for help. Like no one's gonna like bully you for asking for help. But like like you feel like people are gonna make fun of you for asking for help, but it's like no one really cares,
But they're actually not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also like
exactly.
because we're in college, nobody knows what you're doing unless you tell them either. So
You learn more things when you ask more things, you know. If you don't ask, you'll never know. But if you keep asking, you just learn more and more.
Wait, yes, like talk to more people. Like even if you find your group, like still talk to more people. Like, it doesn't hurt to talk to more people.
Like everyone has like something to teach and to learn from. So like just talk to more people, go ask help or whatever, you know. You'd learn. It's better than not knowing.
yes, agreed.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to our first episode of Have a Bean. If you have a bean, message us, and we would like to see the
Yes,
bean.
I love that.
Yes. Anyone would like interesting pictures of beans?
Yes,
Different kinds of beans, like red beans, green beans.
DM us.
Yes, DM us. Your bean will get featured in this podcast.
Yes, 100% feature rate.
Yes. Okay, yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, it's our first episode, so you know, give us some time. We're gonna get there.
Yeah. If you have any like topics that you want to request, feel free to ask away.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.